afternoon, dear friends. It's never too late for us to gather together, right, Lupi? And pray and rejoice with God in prayer, in connection with the loving and kind spirits. And today we have the ultimate question here for us. Emmanuel, in the chapter 100, what do you do with the master? He quotes Pontius Pilate, believe it or not, in Matthew 27:22. What will I do with Jesus called the Christ? In the circles of Christianity, the question of Pilate, Pontius Pilate, is wrapped in singular importance. What does humanity do with the divine master in the lessons, in the field of the divine lessons every day? The idle people, they try to convert Jesus in an oracle that satisfy their aspirations of least effort. Those who are full of vanity, they try to transform the Christ in a gallery of an exhibit through which they can show their inferior personalism. Those who don't have common sense, they call on the Christ to approve their own craziness, to which they surrender, distant from dignified work. Great lines of people follow the steps, as a multitude that used to follow him at the mount, only interested in the multiplication of the bread for their stomach. Others come to Jesus in order to torment him, like the daring Pharisees used to do, pleading for signs of heaven. A number of people visit the Christ, imitating the gesture of Jairus, supplicating blessings, believing and disbelieving at the same time. Many apprentices listen to the teachings, like Judas, examining the best pathway that they established for their own domination. Many hearts observe him with sympathy, but in the first opportunity they ask, just like Zebedee's wife, about the distribution of celestial posts. Many accompany Jesus in their path, like a number of admirers in Galilee who were benefited by Jesus, were consoled by Jesus, but they didn't like the crystalline truths. Some imitate the beneficiaries of Judea. They raise their hands when it's about advantages, and they run away afraid of sacrifice and testimony. The great majority proceed just like Pontius Pilate, asking solemnly, what are you going to do with Jesus? And they end up crucifying him without worrying about their duty and responsibility. Few imitate Simon Peter, who, right after the illumination of the Pentecosts, followed Jesus without conditions till death. Rare copy Paul of Tarsus, who stand up in the pathway of mistakes and wrongdoings, putting themselves in the pathway of redemption through impediments and stonings till the end of the struggle. It's not enough to do with Jesus Christ, making him a benefactor of healing and protection. It's indispensable to transform him in a permanent pattern of life as an example and our model for each day. Friends, it's good that we're here this time. It's a little later than usual, but it's always good. Prayer, there is no time. There's always a good time to pray, but especially to reflect. This lesson is one of the most profound lessons that I've ever read from Emmanuel. He's being very straightforward, saying that we're like Pontius Pilate. If it's advantageous to us, we do things. If not, then we, in some way and form, will run away. Do you use the Christ when you need? But when we are to really follow his footsteps, we run away because it's not convenient. Do you help others? Lupi is answering the questions, right? Come here, Lupi. Come here. Come here. So do we, by any chance, for example, when you're called to ask in your community, do you come when it's convenient, or do you sacrifice yourself to fulfill your share? Because the good is never convenient. The real good is always going to get us out of our comfort. Sometimes we need to forgive that husband or wife, that relative who hurt us. And it's hard. We need to get out of our comfort to do so. Do you step forward or do you run away? So, as Emmanuel says, it's not enough to make the Christ our benefactor in healing and protection. It's indispensable to transform the Christ in a permanent pattern of life, making him our guide and model every day. It changes our lives completely. It changes the way we feel and see things and do everything. We will fall, but we'll stand up right after, humbly accepting the lessons and always pressing on. Friends, we invite you to this prayer in a true moment of realignment of our conscience with the Christ. Master Jesus, Governor of our planet, we've spent so many lives being astray, actually running away from you, afraid of responsibilities, commitments, sacrifices. And in this life, we still prioritize our selfish goals. We put our families first before everyone else. We put our needs first. And you have taught us otherwise. But right now, as we talk with you, we visualize ourselves waking up and thinking, how can I help everyone I encounter? in ways unforeseen. And we visualize you by our side, teaching us how to become anew, how to forget the person that we've been and allow the new one to be born, as Paul of Tarsus did. Thank you, dear Master, for being so loving, so kind, so gentle, and yet so determined and encouraging. We rejoice in your presence. We want to be with you more often, till the day we're always with you, and thus with God. You are the divine Messiah. We feel your healing hands pouring clarity in our minds, encouraging us to forgive and cleanse our hearts. We rejoice with you in your presence. Thank you for the gift of this life with you. We visualize everyone in this circle of prayer being deeply touched by your modeling light. And we visualize all the ones who have their names in the book of prayer receiving a shower of healing blessings. Thank you, dear Master Jesus, for blessing us always. And so be it. What a message for us, dear friends. What are we doing with the Master? Are we following him, or are we just using him conveniently, as we've done for so long? It's a new day, new beginning. No matter if it's half through our day, the end of the day, the beginning of the day, the middle of the night, it's always a day and a moment to start fresh and anew, blessing the past, but rejoicing with the present. Thank you for this moment of togetherness. We look forward to seeing you tomorrow at another morning prayer. Thank you, Beth. Thank you, Slavic. Thank you, Daisy. Thank you, Sirwina. Thank you, friends. What a message. I agree with you, Daisy. Thank you for your support. Thank you for our togetherness in the good. We wish you a lovely day and night with Master Jesus. Thank you, friends.